Day, not only to recruit new businesses, but retain the ones that we have.
It's about global competition.
From all the locations I looked at, Little Rock wasn't the biggest place. It was the smallest, but it acted big, it thought big. And you see a lot of investments that are not for now, but they're for later.
Together, we are also transforming our city's downtown.
A vibrant transformation is unfolding in downtown Little Rock. Hundreds of millions of dollars in investments recently announced give us a glimpse into the capital city's next chapter of an exciting life in downtown. Construction projects at the historic Boyle Building on Main Street. Enhancements throughout the East End. These are just a few dynamic changes and improvements that are a testament to the revitalization effort of downtown that will engage future generations. We awakened our creativity with the grand opening of the Arkansas Fine Arts Museum. We are continuing to invest in downtown streetscapes and beautification projects through the work of the Capitol Avenue Revitalization Committee. The return of the Downtown Ambassadors Program is supported by the City of Little Rock and the Little Rock Conventions and Visitors Bureau. The investment in the first ever Downtown Master Plan. A multi-million-dollar renovation of the Museum of Discovery. All these things, coupled with the work being done by the Mayor's Downtown Density Task Force, generate the momentum needed to keep Little Rock growing forward. Soon, the east end of downtown will feature the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra's state-of-the-art music education center and headquarters, as well as Lyon College's new veterinarian and dental schools and a major expansion of the Clinton Presidential Center. Already, the Clinton Center has had a multi-billion-dollar impact on downtown, and it's changed the landscape of the city for the better. Combined with all other progress, we're opening downtown for the world to see Little Rock, a city abounding with educational and cultural opportunities.
Little Rock is Arkansas's capital city and the center of government, finance, medicine, and technology for the entire state. We are a hidden gem in the Mid-South where history like the Little Rock Nine, culture like our state-of-the-art Arkansas...
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in 5 minutes.
Permeates Little Rock, and it starts with our people, especially the 2,500 Little Rock City employees who serve their city with professionalism, efficiency, and effectiveness, keeping equity top of mind in all we do. Our rich diversity is our strength. Little Rock's population of over 200,000 residents is a reflection of the global majority, encompassing a rich fabric of cultures, ethnicities, and backgrounds from around the world. And together, we strive to unite, grow, and transform this city into a true catalyst for the New South. We are a leading southern city aiming to be the very best place to live, work, and raise a family. Our city is a testament to what people-centered government can do alongside committed residents. And together, we make Little Rock not just a location where we live and work, but a place where we belong.
Solemnly swear or affirm
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of the city mayor
of the city of Little Rock.
of the city of Little Rock.
here together, making history, without the support of the City of Little Rock. Working in close partnership, we have built a cultural landmark, and I look forward to us serving the people of the City of Little Rock and beyond for generations to come.
We're experiencing a time of rebirth. Little Rock City Rock. Under the leadership of Dr. Jamal Wright, Little Rock School Board members, and the voters of the City of Little Rock, we stand in the village to ensure not only that Central High, but every school have an opportunity to have more investment. And the close to $60 million goes towards a new Central High science wing.
We have turnip greens, we have lettuce, we have spinach, we have bok choy. I let them plant it, and then I let them learn from how they plant. So like however you plant it, that's how it's gonna grow, and then we just teach from there.
A new collaboration between Little Rock Police and UAMS, a $500,000 grant is expanding the department's crisis response unit.
We're going to be allowed to hire 2 additional social workers and then 2 officers to assist, so that'll take our social workers up to 5 total. It's a game changer.
Technology is all about making us more efficient. The Real-Time Crime Center is kind of a shining example of that. I think we're a leader in the state with our Real-Time Crime Center. That thing is up and it's running. It's about being flexible, responsive, agile, getting in front of things instead of always being reflective. And I got caught on the porch during it because I couldn't get back in the house. But it was over in a matter of seconds. I mean, maybe 30, 40 seconds. It passed us that fast.
It grazed the heart to see many of our residents who are now been displaced across the city as a result of these tornadoes. We want to assure the public that your first responders are going above and beyond to ensure public safety, health, and welfare. I couldn't be more proud of the work that they're doing and will continue to do throughout the night, the weekend, and the coming days.
I think the real story here isn't the damage that happened, but it's the heroes that were born out of the tragedy. And the fact that we have firefighters who, despite the fact that they had a tornado literally coming through their station, were worried about the community. That tells you who they are, and it tells you, I think, a lot about our state. Firemen that are located here at this station who, as the tornado came through, worked to protect and bring members of the community into a safe space, and as soon as it passed, immediately went to work caring for our community.
Data never lose memory because we lost 3,000 structures in the city of Little Rock. 600 structures were completely destroyed. But by the grace of God, nobody died. And through God's grace, while no one passed away, you still don't understand the impact when your dwelling place has been impacted. And when your dwelling place is impacted, it not only touches you financially, it touches you mentally and spiritually. And to see what's happened as we continue to rebuild, whether it's in Walnut Valley, Shackelford, or Colony West, or any other neighborhood that's been impacted, we are on the move and always bet on Little Rock.
A lot of hugs and tears this evening as the city tried to continue business without one of their own at the table. But leaders made sure Bruce Moore would be honored tonight.
Gave every breath of his life to make Little Rock better.
He was the longest serving city manager in Little Rock's history and served in other roles in the city before that.
Spent 9 months over in Desert Storm as part of that operation, and when I returned, I went to graduate school at Arkansas State, and again, I knew I was focused on city management, and I was working on my master's in public administration. And one of the key parts of that, one of the key components of that degree is that you have to do an internship. So I worked very hard to get an internship here with the city of Little Rock back in the mid-90s, and I was fortunate and blessed to have received that. And as they say, I've been here ever since I started that internship.
The mayor's goals is to provide 100 units within a 3-year period to residents to have an opportunity to have affordable housing. There's a shortage around the country of affordable housing units, not just apartments, but we're talking about single-family homes that people can live in and call their own and be able to create some ownership and be able to create wealth for their families in the future.
Many times our unsheltered residents are like many of us, have fallen on a thing we call issues.
After doing research and studying different strategies of different cities around the country, the microhome village became an innovative idea to assist in the mayor's vision to get to functional zero.
If you are a paycheck away, living paycheck to paycheck, a health scare away, or a family issue away, we too could find ourselves homeless. And so that is the reason why, as we as the City of Little Rock, alongside the City of Little Rock Board of Directors, we are prioritizing our unsheltered residents to ensure that we reach the best possible avenue of becoming functional zero as we reduce our homelessness.
We love Little Rock because we know how diverse and a growing majority city that we are. We know we have great texting, food, arts, education, all right here.
Little Rock is home for me and my beautiful family. My kids built their career here going through elementary, middle, and high school. And fortunately, I have my younger one now pursuing his medical career with UMass locally over here. It has gifted us beautiful community around us, which we never feel like leaving and would love to retire over here.
From a job standpoint, we've already brought close to 10,000 new jobs. We need you here right now. That is the homecoming. That's why we truly are a catalyst for the New South.
City of Little Rock Community Schools program is proud to share their Student Garden initiative with surrounding communities that are not in close proximity to nutritious food resources. Housed at one of 6 community schools, Mapleville Elementary School, the Student Garden Project is where students come together not only to produce nutritious foods, but to harness the resources they have today for a better tomorrow. These students are learning life skills like sustainability and the significance of giving back to their community. One instructor describes the Student Garden as not just a project, but a classroom without walls, and often reminds the students what goes on in the garden doesn't stop there. Together, we are using education and community to grow a brighter, more food-secure Little Rock.
A long time ago in banking, I understood that building relationships, trust matter. Relationships and trust. Many times in our business, we always talk about recruiting the company. But today we are expanding a company that's been with us 50 years. 50 years of a jobs ministry here in the state's capital city. 50 years of providing for families. 50 years of cementing our place as an aerospace industry leader. And it starts with cultivating a relationship. Governor Sanders and I traveled to Paris. We had a mission to expand the relationship, to ensure that our residents in the city and this region could continue on for another 50 to 100 years. We're grateful that we stand here today with a true victory of a collective will.
Discover how protecting our environment starts right at home and join the City of Little Rock as we embrace a sustainable future. Everyone can make a difference when it comes to protecting our environment, and it all begins with a simple act like recycling. Here in Little Rock, sustainability is not just a buzzword, it's a community effort. And every resident is playing a part in making our city greener and cleaner. Start your journey towards a more sustainable future by enrolling in our recycling program. It's designed to make it easy and convenient for you to recycle paper, plastics, and so much more. Little Rock is a city that cares, and together we can build a more sustainable future for the generations to come. Join us in this journey towards a greener, cleaner, and more sustainable Little Rock. Let's show the world that the capital city of Arkansas is ready to make a difference through sustainability. For more information, visit littlerock.gov.
Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats. The program will begin in 2 minutes.
Tens of millions of dollars, maybe $70 million that we're going to invest.
Wood Metal today announces a 40,500 square foot expansion.
It's about people. It's about all of you. And more importantly, it's about those that don't even know who we are. That tomorrow begins the opportunity for a new life.
We work each and every day, not only to recruit new businesses, but retain the ones that we have.
It's about global competition.
From all the locations I looked at, Little Rock wasn't the biggest place. It was the smallest, but it acted big, it thought big. And you see a lot of investments that are not for now, but they're for later.
Together, we are also transforming our city's downtown.
A vibrant transformation is unfolding in downtown Little Rock. Hundreds of millions of dollars in investments recently announced give us a glimpse into the capital city's next chapter of an exciting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2024 State of the City Address by the Honorable Mayor Frank Scott Jr. To begin our program, we invite you to stand for the invocation presented by Dr. Mark DeMoss, Directional Leader for Mosaic Church. Presentation of colors by the Little Rock Fire Department and Little Rock Police Department, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Most gracious God, sovereign Lord and Creator, tonight our hearts are filled with gratitude and with reverence as we gather to reflect on the progress and the promise of Little Rock. We acknowledge your divine right over our lives and our city, recognizing that every good and perfect gift comes from you. As tonight we hear from our mayor, Frank Scott Jr., we continue to pray for him, your gifts of vision, wisdom, courage, health, strength, resilience, and humility as he leads and guides us through the year ahead, one filled with possibilities and challenges both known and yet to be revealed. We pray these gifts as well for all those in positions of city leadership, our city's dedicated staff, the brave men and women of our police and fire departments, emergency personnel, first responders, and each of our city directors, Joan Adcock, Lance Hines, Dean Campuris, Andrea Lewis, Virgil Miller Jr., Cappy Peck, Antoine Phillips, Ken Richardson, Kathy Webb, and B.J. Wyrick. Together with Mayor Scott, may they serve and govern as one, with discernment, compassion, and a deep sense of responsibility that transcends political divisions, doing nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but considering others as more important than themselves, looking to serve not only their own interests, but also the interests of others beyond their wards and jurisdictions. Indeed, may your grace and mercy be evident in actions and policies that create beloved community, a city where justice, peace, and prosperity abound for all people and not just some. For the well-being of every resident of Little Rock, we also pray, especially for those who are most vulnerable. Together may we thrive. May our city become a beacon of hope in a state and country in desperate need of model communities that effectively demonstrate the benefits of unity, benefits derived when people of varying color, class, and culture will themselves to walk and work as one beyond the distinctions of this world that otherwise divide. Be with our gathering then tonight, O Lord. May our ears be open to hear the message of hope and of progress shared by our mayor, and may our hearts be stirred to action for the betterment of our city. We ask these things with confidence and faith in you. Amen.
Join us by reciting the pledge in unison.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free, and the home of the brave.
Order. Halt. Flag is there. Halt.
Please be seated.
Colors. Right. Halt. 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 Halt.
Buenas tardes, good evening. I am Mariana Barca, the multicultural liaison. I serve as the multicultural liaison in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in the Executive Administration at the City of Little Rock. Tonight, I am proud to stand next to Maria Olmos, a newly established citizen who calls Little Rock home. Together, we will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish. Please stand and join us in reciting the pledge. Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. Thank you. You may sit now.
Please welcome to the stage Kendra K. Pruitt, Chief of Staff for Mayor Frank Scott, Jr.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendra Pruitt, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as Chief of Staff for the City of Little Rock for the Office of Mayor Frank Scott, Jr. First, I want to welcome you here today. You could be a lot of places in our great city, but you decided to join us to hear about the progress and the promise of our great city. Thank you for being here. To our honorable Board of Directors, thank you for your work and your commitment to our residents at the City of Little Rock and the electeds in the room. We thank you for your leadership for our city, for our state, and for our county. We are excited about the work that's done at the City of Little Rock. As you'll hear more about, our 2,500 employees that are our team members at the City of Little Rock go to work each and every day for our residents to serve this city. This staff of ours is nationally recognized. Just last year, we won awards for the National League of Cities, EURESA for our data management and even Bloomberg Philanthropies. You have top-of-the-line employees working for you each and every day. And I'm excited about what's coming this year. Mayor Scott has challenged us to do more, to be more, to deliver results for the Rock, to deliver results for our residents. And so I'm glad that you're here to hear firsthand what that looks like for our city. So again, I ask of you tonight that this excitement doesn't end here, but you'll carry it with you. So you will be a partner in the progress in the city of Little Rock. I'm excited for what you get to hear, and we look forward to hearing back from you what you need from us. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. was sworn in as the city's first ever elected Black mayor on January 1st, 2019. He began his second four-year term in January 2023. A son of this city, Mayor Scott lives in Southwest Little Rock and is a graduate of Parkview High School.
All hail the red, the white, and the blue.
Mayor Frank Scott Jr. has taken on the mantle of Chief Growth Officer. In doing so, he's been instrumental in helping bring more than 11,000 new jobs to this city. His unwavering commitment pays off through economic development success after economic development success.
As Little Rock's first mayor from the millennial generation, he knows the importance of quality of life and place, especially in downtown, the heartbeat of our city. This year, under Mayor Scott's leadership, downtown stakeholders are participating in the first ever Downtown Master Plan.
With a spirit of leadership and innovation, Mayor Scott and the Little Rock Board of Directors are working to make our city a first-class destination and a magnet for arts and culture. In the last year, Little Rock has earned international attention and acclaim for attractions like the reimagined Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, our host for tonight's State of the City address.
He also knows that building brighter futures in our city requires meeting people where they are. By developing equitable programs that focus on the needs of our underserved communities, such as increasing access to affordable homeownership and empowering the entrepreneurial spirit across the board, regardless of one's zip code.
Mayor Scott understands that opportunity begins with access. Through programs that make critical information and services accessible to newcomers, he embraces the diverse residents of our city who represent the global majority. On the Mexican Consulate, we are happy to work with Mayor Scott Jr. in favor of our Hispanic communities.
And Mayor Scott knows that we owe these next generations a quality education, one that positions our youth for success. The city's innovative community schools program is a model for educators across this country. And through his administration's emphasis on pre-K and literacy, our educational outcomes are poised to reach new heights.
Mayor Scott places a priority on making life better, not just for one community, but for every resident of Little Rock. Over the last 2 years, his holistic violence reduction strategy has led to less crime and safer streets. He's continuing to work to make Little Rock the best and safest city to live, work, visit, and raise a family.
Frank Scott Jr. is a former banker. He's a member of the Highway Commission and the immediate past president of the African American Mayors Association. And last year, because of his leadership in times of crisis, he was appointed by the Biden administration to serve as the newest member of the FEMA National Advisory Council. And no matter what his role, his heart, his soul, and his strength remain with his city. Ladies and gentlemen,
please welcome with me to the stage
the 73rd Mayor of the City of Little Rock,
Frank Scott Jr.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening, Little Rock. And I thank you to my friends for this very warm welcome and introduction. I want to take this time to share my appreciation to Senator Joyce Elliott, Jay Cheshire, Gabe Holstrom, Warren Stevens, Darren Williams, Dr. Jamal Wright, Ambassador Geralt, Summer Campbell, and the two-time state champion Parkview Patriots. All hail to the red, the white, and the blue. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to collaborate with us as we share our vision of this great city that we call home. Whether you're here in person or watching online or on LRTV, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Friends, did you know that Forbes named this very site, yes, our very own Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, as one of the most inviting places right here in MacArthur Park in downtown Little Rock, one of the most inviting places in these United States. It truly is a jewel for our city, an anchor for downtown, and I'm grateful for Dr. Ramirez and her team for hosting us this evening. Let's give them a round of applause. And as always, we cannot do this without the Little Rock City Board of Directors that are all here with us today. We have Vice Mayor Kathy Webb. Vice Mayor, would you please stand? City Director Kathy Peck. City Director Joan Adcock. I believe that is City Director Antoine Phillips. City Director B.J. Wyrick. City Director Lance Hines. City Director Virgil Miller. He will do a selfie. City Director Ken Richardson. I can't thank you enough for all of them being here today. We also know the City Director Andrea Lewis could not be here today. We definitely want to share that appreciation, as well as City Director Dean Compuris, and we definitely share that appreciation as well. But we share the appreciation to them because today we demonstrate our unity and strength. See, unity and strength, if there were two words that truly best represent 2023, there are unity and strength. We all know it happened, where we withstood trials and heartbreak together, but we were unified by the enduring spirit of our community, with the grit and determination that make our city, Little Rock, proud. We came together after a devastating tornado on March 31st, a day that we will never forget. A tornado that destroyed hundreds of structures and impacted about 3,000 of them. You were never ready for such a tragedy, but we were prepared. As a result, no lives were lost. Thanks be to God. Still, homes were wiped out, businesses were shut down, lives were overturned. The day after the tornado, we met a resident whose home was at a complete loss. Complete loss. As we understand and we walked past his house, he was standing and looking at the 6-foot tall pile of sheetrock. And all he wanted at that period in time was to find some lost memories within a photo album. His name was Mo Shahid, and he needed help for this just one task. Mr. Shahid. Removing that rubble to recover the precious memories in this photo album was one thing that really impacted him, and we know he'll never forget that. And in unity, volunteers joined to help him locate those valuable belongings, and we're very grateful he was able to find them. We're so grateful for more than 4,000 volunteers who spend weeks clearing neighborhoods, saving the city nearly 22,000 hours of staff time and almost $700,000. So we say thank you to all of the Little Rock volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw unity and strength from the men of Fire Station Number 9 that literally broke free from their destroyed station to rush towards others who needed help. We saw it from all of our first responders, police, fire, and MEMS, who were on the scene within seconds. We saw unity and strength from the volunteers at our Family Assistance Center and our donors to Little Rock Cares, who literally and figuratively stayed on the scene for months. Because we are united and strong, we are rebuilding more quickly than many people would ever expect it. Merchants like Kroger and restaurants like Eat My Catfish are again neighborhoods gathering places. We are investing in the restoration of our parks, and we continue to relax burdensome regulations and waive fees to ensure homeowners can get back on their feet quickly and neighborhoods can be whole again. See, our strength and unity were also on display last year after suffering the tragic loss of our friend and my dear brother, Bruce T. Moore. At our core, we as Little Rock residents demonstrate empathy, compassion, and resolve to do better, to work harder, and to accomplish more. Those of you who had the blessing and the privilege of knowing Bruce, you understand he would expect nothing less of us. And later this month, we will honor his legacy with the unveiling of street signs renaming Arch Street to 4th Street, Bruce T. Moore Way. To ensure the very city employees, past, present, and future, they understand and are reminded of his life and his living legacy of service above self every time they come to work. Bruce, my brother, and to his family, and especially Luke, we appreciate you and love you. This year, I've asked our leaders to take a look inward. Our 2,500 employees across 15 departments work hard every single day, but we want to be better. We can and we will be better. We will ensure we are delivering real results for you, our residents. We are going to be even more intentional about getting things done. Why? Because results are for the Rock. How do we do this? First, we are holding ourselves to new core values. These 6 tenets are how we go about the city's business in providing services to each of our residents. Equity. We are committed to meeting people where they are and offering access to opportunity no matter where they live, who they look like, or how much money is in their wallet. We are people-centered, professional, and innovative, addressing complex challenges to ensure we are the true catalyst for the New South. We provide exceptional service by making certain that we're being receptive and responsive. We enhance the overall experience of dealing with city government. And finally, we are being accountable to you, our residents, our bosses. Our department leaders are ensuring that these values will be done with their respective teams to ensure that we all walk the walk and talk the talk. We got to do that. I'm about to say amen over there. I heard that. And as you should see it in your daily reactions in city staff, and if you don't, please call me. Many of you have that number. To ensure results, we are going to make certain that we're dedicated to making Little Rock a safe city, a safer city. And as always, public safety is priority number one. More than 60% of the city's budget goes towards protecting our city's residents. And we are proud of our positive results in 2023. Using our holistic crime reduction strategy led by Chief Helton and the men and women of Little Rock Police Department, as well as Chief Delphon Hubbard with the Fire Department, because we understand it's an entire public safety apparatus. Last year, our homicide rate fell 22%, a remarkable turnaround from 2 years. Yes, that's a remarkable turnaround from 2 years ago, literally on February 1st, 2022, when I asked the city board to declare
a public health emergency because of violent crime. This is a testament to our holistic approach and the great work of the men and women of the Little Rock Police Department. Let's give them a round of applause. I appreciate our fleet director, Willie Hinton, working with the Little Rock Police Department to implement a single-use fleet by 2026, where each officer will have his or her own patrol car. This effort aims to prolong vehicle lifespan, improving fuel efficiency, and most importantly, increase police presence in various communities throughout the city. Our 911 team also made significant improvements in 2023. We have strengthened the department by hiring 29 new talented employees thanks to the City of Little Rock Board of Directors approving that budget. Let's give them a round of applause. They filled dire vacancies and improved our call time, Director Hines, from 64% to 92%. He has been a great advocate in this, and we want to make certain that these are results. And in 2023, our fire department acquired several new vehicles that reduce fuel consumption for more eco-friendly operations, incorporated new body cameras for better safety and accountability, and increased community ties with more events and engagements, and acquired land to begin development of Fire Station number 25 in the growing West Little Rock. Thank you, Chief Delphon Hubbard and your team in the Little Rock Fire Department. We are proud of everything we were able to accomplish in 2023. Still, we must do more. We must expect more. And in our ongoing efforts to combat crime and enhance public safety, I have asked our team to explore how to better ensure that our civil abatement procedures as a proactive measure of crime reduction. What does that mean? We will use our civil authority to target and cite the businesses that have become hotbeds to crime. We know what we're talking about. And in this strategy, we hope that it will further continue our numbers of crime reduction in our city. See, Little Rock Police Department also employs innovative state-of-the-art technology to stand in the gap, protecting residents and improving officer safety. Nearly 3,000 cameras, I call it the CSI, are integrated or registered with our real-time crime center, leading to more arrests and convictions based on video evidence. Tonight, we also launched our new Eyes on the Rock initiative for businesses and nonprofits who work with our real-time crime center. We will provide signage and support to those who partner with us to deliver results for the Rock through crime reduction. We see you. Additionally, we will deepen our relationship with Energy Arkansas to expedite street light replacement in high crime areas. We know that improved street lighting is a great strategy in how you reduce crime, and we will be able to do more intentional work with our partner Energy Arkansas as we approach this year. We will also unveil Neighborhood Pulse, a project through our Department of Community Programs that will connect residents with city departments and nonprofit partners to breathe new life in our neighborhoods, to ensure that we have new recreational areas and options, murals, and improved lighting to ensure greater installation. This Neighborhood Pulse is a new idea that we understand that we want to bring some things back. Like, what's the question? Why can't we have Hoop Fest back, right? For those of you who remember Hoop Fest and can play some ball, I do got a trophy. So stay tuned for more information about Neighborhood Pulse in Q2 of this year. We do ensure results for the Rock by striving to be a smart city. See, this work is led by our Chief Data Officer, Marquise Willis, who has worked closely with our friends at Bloomberg to create a citywide data strategy, ensuring we become a more transparent government that makes data-driven decisions by holding
ourselves accountable to performance metrics, exactly showing what we're doing, how we're doing, so your city is working for you. And accordingly, I'm excited to announce Rockfolio, Little Rock's progress portfolio for our citywide data strategy. As part of Rockfolio, you can find Little Rock City Wallet and data at data.littlerock.gov. I want to give the city board also thanks because they also played a large role in this as well, to ensure that we have an open checkbook showing city employees' salaries and contracts. Transparency at work. See, this is a promise made and a promise kept. Go check it out online today. Don't shut down the website. In addition to City Wallet, I'm excited to announce Rock Review, Little Rock's progress report. This inaugural report measures our success delivering results for you. You'll see where we stand on our promises and progress made. Yet another way to be accountable, clear, and transparent to our residents. You can expect our Rock Review progress report later this summer. Speaking of innovation, I have challenged our Chief Information Officer, Abdul Kabul, to explore ways to utilize technology like artificial intelligence. Yes, AI. It's going to be all right. To improve community engagement and resident experience in a productive and proactive and responsible manner by 2025. This is how we deliver even more for results in this great city, Little Rock, Arkansas, just this year. To deliver these results for residents, we must have a strong employee base. While I have the privilege and honor of being the chief servant leader of the city, 2,500 team members carry out the critical work of this city government each and every day. And we are committed to recruiting and retaining top talent to deliver quality services each and every day. This past fall, a cohort of city officials attended Bloomberg Harvard City Leadership Program to improve our orientation and onboarding process. We believe that keeping our employees for at least 1 year, significantly increases the likelihood that they will stay the long term, 10, 15, 20, and yes, even 40 years, which builds institutional knowledge and improves outcomes for our residents. Accordingly, I've challenged our Chief People Officer, Sheridan Richards, to shepherd these improvements so that our employees, from public safety to public works and from finance to the zoo, not only know, but truly feel they are important to the work we do at the City of Little Rock. Let's give our employees a round of applause. People of Little Rock, we must connect purpose to performance, and we expect significant improvements towards that this year. To remain competitive in the market and to keep our employees happy, we are constantly looking for ways to offer more benefits to our team members. This is why I'm excited to announce the new on-demand pay benefit that will be afforded to our employees who desperately need it later this quarter. This benefit from what we call RAIN, which is no cost to the City of Little Rock, allows employees to access their earned wages before payday. Now, our employees may access those wages they've already earned in a way to offer more flexibility to those who truly need it. If you've been from a family that lives paycheck to paycheck, you know what I'm talking about. We will also continue to explore innovative ideas like new PTO strategies and paid parental leave to make strategic decisions for our employees next year. Team members and people of Little Rock, hear me well. The City of Little Rock will become an employer of choice in the region by not only creating jobs, but offering attractive, fulfilling careers for our future public servants.
Not only do we strive to be an employer of choice in the city, we also are a city of choice for employers. A top executive at Elopak, the sustainable packaging company that recently located and announced their first U.S. location here in the city of Little Rock at the Little Rock Port, said, Little Rock, in comparison to where they're from, across the water, is a small city, but with the biggest dreams. Despite being the smallest site, they considered Little Rock thought big and acted big. That is Little Rock I'm proud of each and every day. We have convention goers who constantly rave about the hospitality, the cleanliness, and yes, even the safety of our city. And they come back again and again. And we are appreciative of the great work of Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau's team and their CEO, Gina Gimberling. Let's give them a round of applause. Even Forbes has ranked Little Rock as one of the top 10 places in the country for young professionals. You should be proud to live in this great city and be excited about the progress we are making together. For instance, just last year, longtime corporate citizen Dassault Falcon Jet announced plans for 800 new jobs. That was a 50-year relationship. They were able to expand for another 50 years. You heard the hype, Topgolf is here. We know it's a statement across the nation when you get a Topgolf, but it also gave us 300 new jobs. We share our appreciation to our friend Scott Ford for ensuring that we have West Rock Coffee headquartered right here in Little Rock, Elopak, Sig Sauer, and Fiocchi all added new jobs in recent months. And yes, Aldi is another job creator and a quality of life builder to expect in 2024. We thank you to our developer community. Let's give them a round of applause. Last year, our excellence translated into tangible results, not just for our city, but for the entire state of Arkansas. Write this down. Did you know that 59% of the state's job creation came from the Little Rock region? You hear me again. The Little Rock region produced 59%. Within the city limits alone, 974 jobs were created last year, underscoring Little Rock as a substantial impact on Arkansas's economic landscape. The Little Rock area accounting for almost over half of all the new jobs announced in Arkansas last year is a testament to the workforce and the workhorses of the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, led by my dear friend and brother, Jay Cheshire. Let's give him a round of applause. And Jay, we got more work to do. Beyond job creation, we understand that we also have to continue to make strides towards equitable economics. We have to ensure that our city, for the self-employed and the entrepreneurs, even the gig economy, that we're doing everything that we can do to ensure that they have a better footing and in lifting our community with them. I'm looking forward to using our Office of Diversity, of Equity, Inclusion, their minority-owned business map, where residents are located, to ensure that everyone knows where our minority-owned businesses are so they can be utilized. And as they are being patronized, we understand that whether you are a caterer, a consultant, or a construction company, you'll be able to visit the City of Little Rock's website to identify minority-owned businesses and to further grow our economy. But be on the lookout for this map by the end of March from our Office of Diversity, of Equity, and Inclusion. I'm also excited to announce a new strategic focus within our Build Academy and Emprende Small Business Incubator programs this year. We are directing our focus towards sectors that closely align with our City of Little Rock contracting that needs to have more within public entities. What does that mean? We want to connect our businesses with the suppliers that we have to have greater supplier diversity. Knowing that if we do this,
we continue to help make us stronger to ensure that we are doing what we can for our economy for us all. A key quality of life component that we'll never forget in our administration is education. You elected me to support our schools and foster meaningful educational opportunities for our children from cradle to career. And when we are doing just that in our ongoing work with the Little Rock School District upon working to build upon our work with the community schools model and improve literacy in Little Rock. I want to share that we remain steadfast in working with our partners at the school district to implement targeted programs, fostering community partnerships, and encouraging active participants. It takes all of us as we do this together. Last year, the city board approved the investment in a literacy program called the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, increasing participation in literacy from 58% to 79% of our children in our city under the age of 5. These significant results, coupled with more engaging summer literacy programs for our city students, will reap tremendous benefits in Little Rock for years to come. Our education initiatives don't just stop with elementary school. No, education is intertwined with workforce development to ensure students in our city possess the necessary skills to find and thrive in their career right here in their home city. With that, I'm thrilled to announce Little Rock's Career Climb, a transformative expansion of the Summer Youth Employment Program. Our vision extends beyond summer months. As our Department of Community Programs will work with the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Little Rock School District, and UA Pulaski Tech to establish year-round apprenticeships programs starting in 2025. This move is about creating opportunities and nurturing a lifelong learning culture by building on our city's workforce intentionally and strategically. We will uplift those interns professionally and personally by preparing and partnering and participating with the Hope Credit Union to offer much-needed financial literacy programs and bank savings accounts, thanks to a grant from the Cities for Financial Empowerment Fund. Thank you, Hope Credit Union. These are real results for our residents. Please spread this word. Little Rock ages 16 to 21 can apply online for our Summer Youth Employment Program now. Go now. We have at least 600 opportunities right now. I've asked our Chief Education Officer, Jennifer, to ensure that we convene lead financial institutions within the city of Little Rock to identify ways to support college savings plans for our families in Little Rock to save and invest for their young students' futures. I look forward to the practical results that will come from this convening this spring. To be clear, financial management and stewardship are important to City Hall too. I am very proud of the balanced budget our city board continues to pass each year. Despite multiple crises we have had to navigate over the years, we continue to identify ways to cut costs and invest back in our residents. Literally, just this past Tuesday, the city board voted to proceed with a solar development project that will green city operations while reducing electricity costs. We will harness the power of our solar energy to provide approximately 70% of the electricity for the city operations. We anticipate that this project will lower our electricity costs by $1 million annually and $27 million over the next 20 years. This is what we call results for the Rock. Addressing food insecurity and ensuring that all of our residents have access to nutritious food options is another urgent matter that demands our attention. That is why I established a food desert task force last year, charged with finding solutions to tackle food insecurity in our city. After the extensive task force meetings that the task force members incurred, research that they did, and community engagement that they all engaged in, the task force unanimously recommended different options, and the main option was a mobile grocery store. I extend my gratitude to Vice Mayor Kathy Webb. If you haven't heard, she is the hunger czar in the state of Arkansas. And to tie the dedicated community members to ensure that this time that I want to thank her and the task force members that gave their time and contributed their time to this process. And while they've come up with this mobile grocery store this quarter, and we will do a bid this quarter to ensure that we get this up and running this year. However, let me be very clear. More work must be done to eradicate food deserts in our city. To make it even more plain, yes, with actual brick and mortar grocery stores within our city. But we are encouraged by our progress with this innovative solution led by Vice Mayor Kathy Webb, and we are grateful. Our homeless village is slated to open by late summer, is another way we are delivering tangible results for the Rock. But there's still more work for us to do for our unsheltered residents. See, we know that homelessness is something that's going on across the nation, but we're working and providing solutions. And that's why we see this as another opportunity to keep finding results. And that's why I'm happy to launch our holistic housing initiative. See, this housing initiative helps us to understand that we are moving forward to ensure that we move from homelessness to permanent housing. And we're committed to our housing going through this process to be accessible and affordable for our community's diverse needs, ensuring every resident has a place to call home. As a part of this holistic housing initiative, we will soon hire the city's first chief homeless officer to address this important issue in our city. But we won't stop here. And as we work towards that functional zero, or essentially no homelessness in our city, we know that we must increase permanent supportive housing units. Our ask our chief homeless officer to work with our city's landlords to create a vacant property registry to identify available units for unsheltered individuals. We expect that this collaboration to make a significant impact on relocating homelessness in our city, and reducing homelessness in our city. And while we are all talking about housing, I'm sick and tired of landlords not holding up their end of the deal with the tenants in our city. It breaks my heart that residents of our great city are paying rent, but still have no running water. Their places are infested with roaches and sick from black mold. Enough is enough. I appreciate City Director Antoine Phillips, who has stepped up to introduce a city ordinance that's going to give our code enforcement officers more authority to address these uninhabitable living conditions. We will do whatever within our power to ensure to restore dignity and integrity to living in Little Rock. In 2024, we'll continue to get results for our efforts, our residents that have been overlooked and underappreciated, particularly in certain neighborhoods. Those that are in search of a city that has more ways than you know that they can bring back life. And we do this by working together, but we got to address these certain needs right now for generations to come. I have challenged our team to ensure that within the Planning Commission and the Planning Director to identify ways for our city to explore strategic growth areas in our city to understand this option. We've seen amazing transformation just next door. It shouldn't matter where you live when you see revitalization. But just next door, we've seen life rebirth in the Petaway neighborhood. And the difference is the Petaway neighborhood hasn't experienced gentrification because developers have worked with the community and community have worked with the developers to make certain nothing is being done to them, but being done with them. With that being said, we will identify ways to spur more growth, just like what's going on in Petaway and other targeted communities right here in our city, to ensure that all neighborhoods can carry a sense of identity and pride we are seeing in these areas right now. Despite that, last year, we delivered positive results in various ways within our neighborhoods when we replaced within our Public Works Department 15,400 linear feet of sidewalks. 15,400. We will build on this by implementing a sidewalk equity plan as a part of our infrastructure strategy, investing in sidewalks and safe routes to school and work in neighborhoods that need them most. We will also explore a strategic partnership with our friends at Rock Region Metro to find and fund better sidewalks that foster public transit within our city. More results for the Rock in 2024. And as many of you know, last year we visited every ward to talk to voters in every ward, to talk about the potential sales tax measure. In this sales tax measure that we discussed in 2023, we discussed 4 Ps: public safety, parks, public infrastructure, and yes, the port. We listened, and in those listening sessions, we learned. We listened when you said you wanted safer streets. We listened when you said you wanted better, stronger infrastructure within our city. And we listened when you said you wanted more recreational options. We are committed to showing results for the Rock, but we all know more results require more capital, more money. Our aspirations can only go as far as our money does, and status quo doesn't get us very far. There was a clear consensus that 2023 would not be the right time to ask for a tax. So here we are, a year later. As the church said, the time is now. Why is sales tax? 1, because our revenue sources are limited. 2, when it comes to results, we must capitalize on this renewed energy and vibrancy in our city. Lastly, the cities experiencing the progress and prosperity that we want to see in Little Rock have leveraged sales tax initiatives to spark their growth. Look no further than our neighbors in Oklahoma City. Since they very first enacted the MAP sales tax initiative in the 1990s, they've experienced phenomenal growth, a downtown resurgence, and even have landed a professional sports franchise. They leveraged capital to spur growth. And it's time for us to act now. It's time to bolster our already strong public safety within the Little Rock Police Department, spending with new technology and replacement to aging police and fire fleets. We made huge strides in public safety and crime reduction last year, but it will take new investments in technology and innovative solutions to keep our numbers down and keeping residents safe. It's time to play catch up on our infrastructure needs so that our kids can learn to ride bikes on safe sidewalks, drive on safe streets, and to play in yards that don't flood every time it rains. It's time to land a major super site at the Little Rock Port Authority, where it's geographically and logistically one of the most useful places in these United States because of 4 R's, where road, river, rail, and runway meet. Many of these new jobs that I've mentioned earlier are at the Little Rock Port, where the city of Little Rock has invested $30 million for land acquisition and infrastructure since 2019. From that, we have generated approximately $31 million in capital investment for our community. See, again, these are results for the Rock. It's time right now to provide new recreational opportunities for our children and give a reason for our young families to call Little Rock home. Let's invest in a youth indoor and outdoor sports complex that generates economic impact and is a showplace for our athletes of the future. Community leader and friend Chris Johnson, a Little Rock resident with a son who plays basketball, soccer, and golf, has hoped for years that this city would aspire, at the very least, to keep up with surrounding communities and create a place for youth to play and flourish right here in the heart of this community. Chris, I share my appreciation to you for recognizing the potential and exploring great results for our children in the Rock. Thank you, Chris. It's time to create an experience at War Memorial Park that represents the life of Little Rock, a true central park where diverse and important neighborhoods meet. It's time, friends, to bring those robust results to Little Rock. In a few short weeks, we expect to have thousands of visitors in our city, many at the Little Rock Zoo and War Memorial Park to witness the solar eclipse. After that, there won't be another total eclipse in North America until 2045, August 2045. Our city, and yes, when I'm about to say this, our city, yes, Little Rock, is the only major city where you will be able to see both this year's and 2045's eclipse, and that's historic. And while this is great, Little Rock is awesome for many more reasons than just the eclipse. We are truly a great place to live, work, play, and raise a family. When we invest in our community and truly commit to achieving real results for the Rock, we are even better. So I ask each of you to join us in creating a new resurgent and innovative Little Rock right now. We need each of you to be a partner in our progress. And at the same time, I've challenged our team and I challenge all of our residents to dream bigger and to do more. So we ask that you subscribe to our platforms to keep up and understand all the things that we're doing by being informed, and show up to all city events, even city board meetings that can be pretty long. In order for us to deliver more results for the Rock, we need you, our residents, to engage with our city government. We will relaunch Rock Academy this spring to give residents an inside look at how city operations operate right here and right now. So please be on the lookout for applications going live this month. We are also launching iCreate, our effort to support and promote creatives and creative institutions right here in our city. This year, we will tap into our immense talent of this community and promote Little Rock as a hub of creativity and innovation. So please stay tuned for more on iCreate later this year. Little Rock, We are a hub for government, healthcare, finance, logistics, technology, dining, arts, and culture for this state and region. We are Arkansas's capital city, so let's act like it. We need more pride in our hearts and swagger in our steps. And as we work towards more results for the Rock, let's raise our standards and cultivate a sense of pride and progress within ourselves. Let us join together because we know division and disunity stifle transformation. Little Rock, we are united and strong. And you have public servants beside me right now at City Hall, in our police and fire stations, at our neighborhood resource centers, and across the community who go to work each and every day to get results for you, day in, day out, 24/7. Join us, invest in this work, and together, let's bring results to the Rock. God bless you, and God bless the city of Little Rock. Adjourn.
Thank you for joining us for the 2024 State of the City Address. Please exit carefully and travel home safely.
Hey, Leland, Scott. Can you get everybody? Yeah, there it is. You gonna take a big picture? All right, now. Everybody.